Today, as the leader of the National Unity Party, I address this august body to voice our steadfast support for the resolution that stands as a bulwark against the recent actions of the Senate against its co-equal legislative chamber in our country. This resolution symbolizes our unwavering commitment to uphold the sanctity and autonomy of the House of Representatives. The heart of this resolution lies in the core principles of our core democratic governance as enshrined in Article 17 of our Constitution. In its pursuit of national development, in keeping with the vision of President Marcos Jr., this House, under the leadership of Speaker Martin Romualdez, has responsibly embarked on an initiative to rid our Constitution of its anachronistic economic provisions that have barred the inflows of foreign direct investments commensurate with our status as one of Asia's fastest-growing economies pre- and post-pandemic.
Meron din po kasi sa title ng kanilang resolution. I think the purpose of the resolution of the House, which was passed, I think today?
Yes,
Today, no? Today?
I understand
Just
it's
this
today.
afternoon. Is to express their support to their speaker. Okay.
And that's normal,
Congratulations
Mr.
to the speaker. That's why he is the speaker and he will remain to be the speaker. Pero bakit kasi meron pa po silang allegations that they are doing this, they are reiterating the support for the speaker because they are facing intense assault from the Senate, so from us. Tapos in violation of the principle of interparliamentary courtesy and undue interference in the performance of its legislative and constituent function. So, as I understand the title, dalawa pong accusations sa senado is tatlo. Lagyan na natin tatlo. There's an intense assault coming from us and then we are violating interparliamentary courtesy and we are unduly interfering in their performance of legislative and constituent functions. Masarap po sana hindi na ito patulan pero nasa title pa eh. So, that means they really believe this, Mr. President. So,
The passage of resolution of both houses number 6 is a crucial step towards this endeavor, reflecting our collective resolve to steer our nation towards a more vibrant and prosperous future. As this happened, our country witnessed the initiative by people's organizations and civic groups endeavoring to gather public support for constitutional amendments. Regrettably, Mr. Speaker, though this commendable initiative from the grassroots has been clouded by severe allegations from certain senators, casting aspersions on the integrity of this House and its esteemed members who have surprisingly and unfortunately become the subject of a Senate inquiry. These public hearings, Mr. Speaker, contravene interparliamentary courtesy and reek of undue interference by members of one chamber in the official acts of legislators belonging to the other. In a bicameral setup such as what we have in the Philippine Congress, respect, civility, and decorum among members of both chambers forbid legislators belonging to one body to be investigating those of the other, and more so when there is actually nothing to investigate about such peers.
I do not know what the House is after. And then meron pa po sila sa isang whereas clauses nila. I just failed to count kung what number this is, no? Ito na lang po. Whereas on January 30, 2024, the Senate conducted an investigation without a clear legislative purpose, specifically directed at discrediting the Honorable Speaker Ferdinand Marcos G. Romualdez and the House of Representatives. Ngayon, di ba po, Mr. President, when ano ba yung term, when I allege that a member of this house has personal or ulterior motives, bawal po yun, di ba? That's unparliamentary conduct. Ito naman baliktad. Sinasabihan tayo ng House of Representatives na yung investigation natin, although sa title, in aid of legislation, wala daw tayong clear legislative purpose. Okay. I mean, that is the unparliamentary conduct, Mr. President.
There is no room for such a breach in the spirit of bicameralism, as members of the Senate and the House are co-equals in our national legislature. Co-equals, Mr. Speaker. The NUP, while championing transparency and the ethos of accountability, believe that the approach adopted by senators exceeds the bounds of constructive scrutiny and ventures into the realm of undue disparagement. Such actions not only compromise the decorum expected between co-equal branches of government, but also impinge upon the honor and autonomy of this House. In these testing times, Mr. Speaker, Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez has chosen wisely to remain above the fray, exemplifying astute leadership and navigating the turbulent political waters with grace and an unwavering commitment to uphold the principles of mutual respect and independence between the two legislative chambers of our Congress. United under the credo of one house, one voice, we stand in solidarity with our Speaker, repudiating baseless allegations and safeguarding the dignity and sovereignty of this institution.
And for the information of the House, in a few minutes, I will already be filing a bill to make complete, in my opinion, which makes complete RA 6735. So now it can be used now as the legal basis for a people's initiative. Kasi yan ang ruling ng Supreme Court. Alam na natin yan, na-remind tayo ulit because of this incident and our hearings, na-reinforce na mga resource persons na ganito nga yung ruling ng Supreme Court, ito yung kahinaan ng batas. So ayan yung clear legislative purpose at ito na ang clear legislative result. A bill will be filed which hopefully will now be sufficient to make RA 6735 as a clear, sufficient, and adequate basis for the people to exercise the right to initiate amendments to our Constitution. So, nakakalungkot that the House, our co-equal body here in the legislative branch, has accused us of practices which they are doing in the very same accusatory document, Mr. President. So,
with this resolution, the National Unity Party affirms and reaffirms its alliance with Speaker Martin Romualdez and the legislative agenda of the President in his vision for a peaceful and prosperous nation. We vehemently object to the Senate's contentious methods which undermine not only the cooperative ethos essential for effective governance, but also erode the trust of our citizenry in the Congress in particular, and for our democratic processes in general. We advocate for a restoration of dignified discourse and a recommitment to the principles of interchamber respect and courtesy, and the continuous pursuit of a close and harmonious working relationship between the Senate and the House for the greatest good of our people. The National Unity Party wholeheartedly endorses this resolution, and we pledge to defend the independence and integrity of this House as we remain committed to the relentless quest for our nation's sustainable progress and prosperity.
No. So, ano ba talaga ang gusto nila? So siguro, the leadership, siguro, of the two houses must have a dialogue. So maybe our majority leader can talk to the majority leader of the House, Mr. President, for an honest to goodness dialogue. Ano ba talaga ang gusto nila? Kasi the document, pagbasahin mo, it betrays something. They want something which they seem not to be able to state properly and directly, Mr. President.